The reason why there are drugs is to keep you from realigning with your inner peace. Because your inner peace and your calm, more importantly, both, your calm comes before your peace, but your peace has calm. It's your guidance. It's your inner compass. It's what keeps you in the present moment, so you always know what step to take, what action to take, what words to say, how to think clearly about a situation, a person, or a thing. It keeps you completely knowing who you are at all times. And then all of a sudden, worry, doubt, and fear are placed. Worry, doubt, and fear are made so you can be controlled. And placing worry, doubt, and fear puts you in positions that make you feel not calm, you're not in your calm, you're not in your peace. So therefore, you don't understand how to direct yourself. You don't know the words to say always. And then it kind of starts a snowball effect, because you may say something that's not from who you are, or you're not seeing things clearly, and then that's what starts drama, issues, chaos. And then you start to mold into these energies, and then you think that's you. And then it's like, how does somebody live with themselves, especially if they, feel pain but don't know how to recognize where it's coming from? What do? You numb it out. And you numb it out. But naturally, we naturally, as humans, we live off of feeling good. And if we can't feel good because of this inner peace, we're going to find something that makes us feel good while we don't have the inner peace. And that comes from drugs. That can come from controlling other people, manipulating other people, getting them to do things and think a certain way, because it all stems from the lack of connection you have within yourself, which started from being in fearful, worry, doubtful mindsets, which threw you out of your peace and your calm, something we are all born into this world with. So it's all about getting to the root of what threw you out of your peace and calm. And parents are supposed to be there to help us, shield us, keep us connected with loving ourselves and knowing ourselves. And some really good ones know how to stay connected with what created us, or at least guide you and keep you on that path with good morals, which is why religions are great, for people who feel lost. It's just something to gravitate back towards. But what it comes down to is really finding calm inner peace and being drawn to and drawing things into you that really make you feel good and that they're connected to you soulfully. Because when you're connected soulfully to something, you feel that peace and you're in the present moment. Your peace and your calm keep you in the present moment. When you're thrown out of that, you look for anything to bring you back to that feeling of peace. So you do drugs, but you're not in the present moment. You are all over the place. And as I said in another video, the world, with how they're trying to strategize this crazy race of having to have things paid for, do this, do that, and stressing you out, it gets you comfortable by you feeling accepted into society, by doing stuff that stresses you out because people get praised for it. But it's not a one-size-fits-all. Not everybody's taught the same. Not everybody gets the same acknowledgement in how to what they should work towards, because there's tons of people that start working towards something or a degree, or that they're not even interested in. They're doing it because of the influence of somebody around them. but they're doing it because of outside energy being plugged into them and them plugging back into that. It's not, what they should be doing is being plugged into themselves and the connection of what created us, which comes from quieting the mind, staying positive, appreciating things that truly bring you happiness and joy. And when you found those, when you no longer worry what anybody else thinks of you. You can have hiccups, moments where you're maybe working around somebody for too long and you realize they're affecting your energy, or you're letting them affect your energy because you're not seeing things clearly, or you're seeing things clearly, but maybe you're not trusting that you can leave a situation because you don't know what's going to happen if you do, or you don't have a plan. That is why staying with your inner peace is so important. It's your life preserver in moments where you don't know what's next, because it helps you guide yourself in the present moment. This breath here is what's keeping me alive. It's not the breath I'm going to be breathing in 5 minutes. It's not the breath that I was breathing 5 minutes ago. It's this continual breath in the present is what's keeping everything circulating. So staying in the present moment is what's keeping your life, you alive, but in a way that you're living life. You're not just walking through it. It's what keeping you in the present is what keeps you living life. And forcing things because you don't know any better, all you need to know is anything you feel that has to be forced is not for you. It's not the right thing to do. It's not healthy for you. It's not caring for you. And, no one may be able to tell you, or you may have not been shown that there's another way to do things, but the only thing you need to know is do things that make you feel peace. And then in moments where you can have a quiet minute to just kind of relax, maybe listen to music and zone out and lay on a chair, a couch, a bench in the field of grass, lay there and let your feelings of guidance and peace intuitively speak to you. And sometimes they can't tell you exactly what's going to happen, but they can make you feel like you're okay. And that's all you need to know, because you're always going to be okay when you're not forcing yourself. And sometimes it's just a different view to look at something. And these things at times where we feel like we're forcing, it's time to adopt a different view of the situation, the person, or thing. And when you can see it at every angle, you can feel the energy shift. And then it's like, do I still want to be around that? And then you just let your imagination wander, and then it starts to tell you, it starts to bring in feelings or things that match up with feelings that make you feel completely content. And you start getting these images and thoughts and insights of awarenesses of what you really truly feel connected to. So just stick with that to start and see where that takes you, because that's the beginning to knowing what to manifest. I believe wholeheartedly in creating things, and law of attraction is absolutely real, but you want to know what you want to attract, because you can get things that sometimes you might be like, oh, I didn't want that, but at the time you did. Get to know yourself. Get to know yourself first. Come back to you. And then everything else will fit. Your puzzle piece of you will find its spot in this vast whatever that we live in. It's a beautiful thing, and we're all evolving together.